After losing everything, Green Lantern Hal Jordan begins using his ring to create illusions of his dead girlfriend and the city that was destroyed. Soon a Guardian appears and demands that Hal return the ring for using it for selfish reasons. Instead of obeying, Hal destroys the Guardian's projection and declares that he needs more power. He then attacks his former Lantern partners, stealing their rings by force, saying he will no longer be a slave to the Guardians. With several rings on his fingers, Hal travels to Oa, determined to reach the central battery. The Guardians send Sinestro to stop him. Wanting to prove he can win fairly, Hal takes off all the extra rings and keeps only his original one. The fight begins, and Hal wins, snapping Sinestro's neck without hesitation. Then Kilowog arrives to try and stop Hal, but Hal burns him to ashes in seconds. Hal then says he is no longer worthy of being just a Green Lantern and dives into the central power battery, absorbing all of its energy. He transforms into Parallax, a being of enormous power. Most of the Guardians are destroyed in the process, but Ganthet survives and uses his power to create a new ring, choosing Kyle Rayner as the next Green Lantern. Meanwhile, Parallax begins twisting time, but is eventually contained. Years later, Earth is dying. A Sun Eater destroys the sun, covering the planet in cold darkness. Without sunlight, Superman grows weaker, while the remaining heroes try to survive. Kyle Rayner travels to investigate and finds that Parallax has only been seeking revenge and destruction. Kyle tries to ask Hal for help, but Hal refuses and sends him away. However, Hal begins to think about his actions and his honor. He visits Guy Gardner to understand how Guy kept going through disgrace and hardship. Then, Hal visits key places from his life and finally returns determined to make things right. When he reunites with the heroes, Batman accuses Hal of trying to reshape the world to suit his desires. Hal insists he only wants to fix the damage done. He then flies into the sun, absorbs the Sun Eater, and restores the sunlight, declaring that darkness will not win while he lives. Superman, now restored, says Hal has finally redeemed himself. Hal dies a hero. However, Batman disagrees, saying the real issue was that Hal never truly lived as a hero to begin with.